Hello, my friend. Today, I want to tell you a story not just to help you learn English, but to help you believe in yourself again. You do not need talent to learn English. You do not need to be special or lucky or smart. You only need one thing, something simple. This is a story about someone who thought they could never learn. They were shy. They were scared. People laughed when they spoke English. They made mistakes. They felt embarrassed. They believed, I'm just not good at languages. But deep inside, they still wanted to try. One day, they stopped waiting for confidence. They stopped waiting for the perfect moment. Instead, they made a small promise to themselves. Just 5 minutes a day, just one sentence at a time, even with fear, even with bad grammar. They spoke. That small promise changed everything, not because they were talented, but because they didn't quit. They didn't give up. This is not a story about someone amazing. It's a story about someone just like you, someone who decided to begin. So today, listen carefully, because this story will help you grow your English. And maybe it will help you grow your courage too. Let's begin. Her name is Anna. She is 28 years old. She lives in a small town and works at a clothing store 6 days a week. Anna is quiet and kind. She helps customers find the right size, folds clothes neatly, and always smiles, even when her feet hurt. She is good at her job, but deep inside, she wants something more. She wants to learn English and speak it clearly and confidently. Every day, tourists come into the store. Some speak slowly. Some smile and say, hello. Anna wants to talk to them too. But when she tries to speak, her words freeze. Her heart beats fast. Her face turns red. Her voice disappears. At school, she didn't like English. The teacher spoke too fast. The other students laughed when she gave the wrong answers. So she stayed silent. She thought, maybe I'm just not good at languages. She told herself, other people can do it, not me. But at night, she dreamed. She watched English videos with subtitles. She listened and imagined herself speaking with confidence. Sometimes, she practiced alone. She said, how are you? Or where is the bus stop while brushing her hair or making tea? Her voice sounded strange. She felt silly and stopped. Her confidence was like a candle in the wind, small and easy to break. One day, her manager asked, can you help that tourist? Anna smiled and pointed, but she didn't say a word. After work, she walked home and cried. Why can't I speak? She whispered. I know some words. Why can't I use them? That night, she sat by the window with a cup of tea. She opened an old notebook and wrote one sentence on the first page. I want to speak English. Then she added, even if I'm not good, even if people laugh, I want to try. It was a quiet moment. No one saw it, no one clapped. Just her and a small voice that said, start again, just try. She thought about her cousin in Canada. He didn't speak English at first, but now he works at a hotel and speaks well. He once said, at first, I talked to myself. Every day? That's how I started. Anna remembered his words and took a deep breath. She looked into her mirror and whispered, hello, my name is Anna. Then again, a little louder, my name is Anna. I live here. Her voice shook, but she didn't stop. She wrote the sentence in her notebook. It was small, but it was a beginning. She made a promise, just 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes to speak, even with fear, even if no one listened. She looked at herself and said, I can learn. Maybe not fast, maybe not perfect, but I can learn. That night, she felt a little stronger, not because she had talent, but because she had taken one brave step. She slept well for the first time in weeks. Her heart still felt nervous, but her spirit felt warm and awake. Because sometimes, courage is not loud. It's a quiet voice that says, "Try again tomorrow." The next morning, Anna woke up early. She stood in front of the mirror, looked at herself, and whispered, "Hello, my name is Anna." She felt nervous. Her voice was soft and unsure. But she didn't stop. She said it again, a little louder this time. "My name is Anna. I live in a small town. I work in a store. I want to speak English. I really do." She smiled at herself. Even though she felt silly, she wrote the sentence in her notebook, then closed it with care. That day, she didn't practice much, just 5 minutes. But something was different. For the first time, she didn't give up. She called this method self-talk. It was simple. She just spoke out loud about her day, her dreams, or even the weather. While brushing her teeth, she said, "Today is a sunny day." While making tea, she whispered, "I am making green tea now." At work, she saw a tourist again. She smiled and thought, "I know what to say. I've practiced. I can do this." But when he asked, "Do you have this in blue?" her heart jumped. She pointed and nodded, but her words didn't come out. She felt bad. That evening, she almost skipped her practice. But then, she remembered her promise 5 minutes a day, no matter what. She stood in front of the mirror again. Her voice shook, but she said, "I can speak. I just need more time. I won't stop." That night, she searched for English videos online. She found one with subtitles. A woman said, "Where are you from?" Anna paused the video and repeated it. "Where are you from?" Then she said it again, trying to match the woman's voice. She learned this new method was called shadowing, listening, and repeating. Like an echo. She liked the rhythm, the flow, the feeling. The next day, she practiced in the morning. "How much is this? Can I help you? I'm looking for a blue shirt." She repeated each line 10 times, slowly, carefully. With her notebook open, she wrote them down and underlined the parts she liked. She felt more focused, more alive. For the first time, English felt like something real, not just words in a book, but something she could use. She practiced in the kitchen, in the bathroom, while walking to work, softly, like a whisper. But every word gave her a little more strength. Her dog tilted its head, confused, but Anna smiled and said, "Good boy, I'm learning English. You're my first listener." One morning, she looked in the mirror and said, "I speak English every day. I'm not perfect, but I'm better than before." She added color to her notebook: yellow for new words, blue for phrases, red for mistakes she wanted to fix. She made short lists. At the store cashier, customer, price tag, receipt. In the kitchen, spoon, plate, kettle, cup. Each day, she added 5 new words. Just 5. She said them out loud, wrote them in a sentence, and spoke the sentence twice. Anna was building a habit, a rhythm, and even though no one saw it, something inside her was changing. She was no longer just dreaming about English. She was using it, touching it, feeling it in her voice, her hands, her heart. It wasn't easy. Sometimes she forgot a word. Sometimes she made a silly sentence. But she kept going. That's what mattered. And day by day, word by word, Anna was learning to believe in her voice, not because it was perfect, but because it was real. One afternoon, Anna was in a small cafe. She sat near the window with her notebook open and a pencil in her hand. She wrote a sentence she heard that morning. "Do you know where the bus stop is?" Then she read it out loud 3 times. She broke the sentence into parts. First, "Do you know?" Then, "Where the bus stop is?" Then she said the full sentence again. This was her new method. She called it the 3-pass method, repeat in parts. Then say the whole sentence with feeling. She looked around. No one was watching. She whispered again. Do you know where the bus stop is? Her voice sounded clearer. That night, she chose 3 new sentences from a video. She broke each one into parts and practiced like she was singing. She even smiled while practicing. This feels like music, she thought. Slow, gentle music that helps my tongue remember. She wrote in her notebook, new method 3 passes, 1 sentence equals 3 steps is equals more power. Then she drew a small star. Now she was using 3 tools, self-talk, shadowing, and 3-pass method. Each one helped her grow in a different way. Every evening, she sat near the window with tea and her notebook. She listened, repeated, broke sentences, and wrote them down. She used different colors: green for verbs, yellow for questions, blue for everyday phrases. Her notebook looked alive. One day at work, a tourist asked, "Do you have this in large without thinking?" Anna answered, "Yes, we do." "One moment, please." The tourist smiled, "Thank you," and walked away. But Anna stood still, shocked. She had spoken without fear, without thinking. Later, she wrote in big letters, "I spoke English today, and I didn't freeze." She drew a big heart beside the sentence. Her confidence was growing, not from talent, but from practice. Practice made her voice stronger. Practice gave her courage. She listened to podcasts on the way to work. Her favorite one was Simple English Stories. She liked how real the voices sounded. She whispered along with each episode, "I am going to the market. She likes chocolate. He is working today." Shadowing helped her speak faster. She also wrote mini dialogues. Hello? Can I help you? Yes. I'm looking for shoes. She read them like a play every morning. Her favorite part of the day was practice time. She didn't need a classroom. Just her voice, her notebook, and 5 quiet minutes. Each time she said something clearly, she smiled. "I can do this," she whispered. "I'm learning, even if it's slow." One weekend, she met her cousin again. He was visiting from Canada and asked, "How's your English going?" Anna said, "It's better. I practice every day." Then she showed him her notebook. He flipped through the pages and nodded. "This is amazing," he said. "You don't just study English, you live with it. That's why it's working." Anna felt proud. Not because he praised her, but because his words were true. She wasn't waiting anymore. She was doing the work. She still made mistakes, but now she smiled when she did. She said, "Oops, let me try again." Her fear was smaller now. She had a new sentence on her wall. Mistakes are part of the path. Every time she forgot a word, she looked at that sentence. And every time she looked in the mirror, she said, "I speak English now. I'm not perfect, but I'm real, and that's enough." One morning, Anna saw a job post online. It was for a hotel receptionist. The job asked for good English communication skills. Her heart jumped. This was her dream. A real job where she could use English, meet people, and grow. She sent her resume. 1 week later, she got an email. Interview on Friday at 10 a.m. She felt nervous but excited. She practiced every day until then. She practiced greetings. She practiced small talk. She recorded herself saying, "Welcome. How can I help you?" She wanted to be ready. Friday came. She wore her best white blouse. She arrived early. She breathed deeply and smiled. "I can do this," she told herself. The manager greeted her in English. "So, Anna, tell me about yourself." Her mind went blank. The words ran away. She said, I, I am Anna. I work store. Her voice shook. She forgot simple words. Her hands were cold. The manager waited kindly, but Anna felt embarrassed. Her mouth felt heavy. Her thoughts were cloudy. She couldn't find her voice. After 10 more questions, the interview ended. The manager said, "Thank you. We will contact you soon." But Anna knew what that meant. She walked home slowly. The streets felt gray. Her heart was heavy. Her notebook stayed in her bag, untouched. That night, she sat in silence. Her tea turned cold. She didn't speak. She didn't write. She didn't open her notebook. She whispered, "Why did I fail?" Then again, softer, I practiced. I worked hard. But when it mattered, I froze. The next day, she didn't practice. She didn't listen to her podcast. She didn't look in the mirror. She stayed quiet. Her online group sent her messages. She didn't reply. Her cousin texted, "How was the interview?" She turned off her phone. A whole week passed. Her notebook stayed closed. Her sticky notes fell off the wall. Her room felt empty. Then one night, she dropped a book behind the desk. When she reached down, she found her first notebook, the one with her first sentence. She opened it slowly. Her old handwriting smiled back at her. "I want to speak English. I'm trying. Don't give up." She turned the page. "He said my English is good. I spoke without fear. I can learn." Her eyes filled with tears. She sat still. She picked up her phone and listened to an old recording. It was her voice. "Welcome to our hotel." Her pronunciation wasn't perfect, but it was hers. Strong, real, alive. She smiled through tears. "I came so far," she whispered. She lit a candle. She opened a clean page. She wrote, "I failed the interview, but I did not fail myself." She whispered to the mirror, "I am not perfect, but I'm better than I was yesterday, and I will try again tomorrow." She went back to her 5-minute rule, 5 minutes a day, not to be perfect, just to keep the light inside her alive. She replied to her cousin, "I froze. It was hard, but I'm okay now." He said, "I'm proud of you. You showed up." She returned to her online group. Her friends welcomed her with smiles. "We missed you," someone wrote. "You're strong," another said. Anna said, "It's hard, but I'm back. I still want to learn, even with fear, even with failure. I'm not finished." She wrote on her mirror, "Failing is not the end. It means you are trying." And that sentence gave her the courage to continue. 3 months later, Anna sat in a small library room. Around her were 5 people, all with notebooks. They looked nervous but hopeful. She smiled and said, "Welcome to our English practice group. Today, we will speak about daily life, just simple words. Don't be afraid." Yes, Anna now helped others learn English. She wasn't a teacher. She was a friend, someone who had walked the same path. Her students were like her before, shy, unsure, scared of speaking. She looked at them and remembered her first mirror talk. She said, "I know how you feel. I was scared too. But we are not here to be perfect. We are here to be brave." They practiced short sentences together. "How are you?" "I'm fine, thank you. Where do you live?" "I live in this town." One man said, "My English is bad." Anna smiled and said, "Good. That means you are learning something new. Keep going." Every week, she shared her favorite methods. She taught them self-talk, shadowing, and the 3-pass method with easy examples. She showed them her first notebook. "Look," she said, "these are my first words." They were small, but they were my beginning. She gave each learner a card with 5 life lessons written in simple English. Then she read them out loud with love. 1. Speak every day, even if it's hard. 2. Mistakes mean you are learning. 3. Use a notebook like your best friend. 4. Record your voice. You will see growth. 5. Don't quit. Small steps make big change. They listened with quiet hearts. Some smiled, some cried. Not because the words were difficult, but because they were honest. One woman said, "I thought I was too old to learn." Anna said, "Me too. But you are here. That means you are strong." After the group, Anna walked home slowly. The same streets felt different now. Brighter, warmer, full of her own story. She passed by the store where she used to work. She looked inside and saw a young girl folding clothes just like she used to. Anna smiled and whispered, "You'll find your voice too, one day at a time, just like I did." At home, her shelf was full of notebooks, red, blue, yellow. Each one was a piece of her heart, her effort, her growth. She didn't call herself fluent. She called herself a brave beginner, always learning, always helping, always showing up. She opened a new notebook and wrote, "Today, I helped someone believe they can speak." That sentence made her smile. Her English was not perfect, but it was real. It was alive. It helped others. And that made it beautiful. She looked in the mirror one more time. "I'm proud of you," she said. "Not because you're perfect, but because you didn't give up." And now, dear listener, it's your turn. You don't need talent. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Say one small sentence today. Speak, even if your voice shakes. Write, even if your words are simple. Keep going, because you don't need talent to learn English. You only need this one thing: courage to try. Start today.